We saw Justice League. Did it suck? Find out.
Next time
on Dragon Ball Z. Oh, God.
Avengers?
It's over 9,000!
Use the Force, Luke.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one I was thinking.
No, I'm right there with you. Oh, man. So, Justice League.
Are we going to destroy DC again?
You know, not so much.
I don't have it in me today, no.
It was good. I mean, not great, but fine.
I thought it was solid. I gave it a solid point. It was a solid film. Was it special? No. Was it terrible? No, that's still Suicide Squad.
I give it one Thor the Dark World on a scale of Marvel films.
You know, I can actually go with that, because Dark World was a solid film, but it wasn't the best of Marvel.
Just,
It
and
was,
that's what
it was Iron Man 2.
Yeah, exactly. It was just
Yeah.
And that's what Justice League was. Which, if you guys all remember my opinion of those movies in the past, is a step up. It is a good direction.
He didn't cry, so...
I didn't. No. It was nice. And I actually laughed at a few things. And I'm thinking those were Joss Whedon rewrites, so,
Or, a poorly edited mustache.
Oh my God, that was fucking
Should have
hilarious.
just kept the mustache.
They should have. It would have been funny. I would have written a line in about it.
Every time he smiled, it was just like...
You're back. Oh, why do you have a mustache?
It was like...
Sometimes in death we grow mustaches, okay? Just let it go.
No, that's the opposite of what happens. I'm Superman.
My anatomy's weird. Deal with it. That would just be hilarious. But I don't know. They should have done something. The CGI on that was terrible.
The CGI in the movie in general was quite... It could have been better. They could have put their money in better spots.
Well, let's just call it what it is. The CGI sucked.
Steppenwolf was...
Was 2003's Ang Lee the Hulk?
No, I wouldn't even go there. I would go more in... what's the... Yoda from Phantom Menace.
Yoda from Phantom Menace was at least a puppet. It was a hideous puppet, but it was a puppet.
I stand by what I said.
No, that would have been a better call to use a hideous puppet in this thing, because it would have felt like it was actually there.
Okay, I will go... I'm trying to think of a very specific movie, but I can't remember.
What was it about?
I want to say it was probably Terminator CGI almost.
That sounds like it'd be about right.
Yeah, Terminator.
Are you talking about Salvation? Because that did not age well. I watched Terminator.
I haven't seen Salvation in God knows how long.
The CGI did not hold up.
But Steppenwolf, poorly done CGI, poorly done story plot. But
all right, I tell you what, this is how we'll break this up. We're gonna shit on it first, and then say the things we like.
Cons first. We're doing cons first.
We'll do the cons first.
Steppenwolf,
absolutely awful. The editing, just a fucking nightmare.
I could have let go. I could have let the CGI go. This is my biggest con throughout the entire film.
Oh, I can let the CGI go too.
No, my biggest con for this entire movie was there was no build-up.
No.
There was absolutely no build-up whatsoever. Marvel builds their villains up very well and everything for the big movies.
Okay, yeah.
But Justice League was just I feel like there's something that's going to attack the world. How? How do you know something's going to attack the world? What gave you this?
Okay, good. That bugged the shit out of me, too. And I know there was... If what made him worried was Lex Luthor going psycho in a bath of
I think it was supposed to be the nightmare, the dreams.
The dream sequence. That winner of
that still absolutely makes no sense whatsoever in Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, you think they would have at least retconned that and find a way to make it fit? But no.
that will always be my biggest issue in Batman vs Superman was those dream sequences had no point in being a movie because it looks like they had no point in Justice League.
No, it was ridiculous. It was just a weird scene. But anyway, we're back to bashing on Batman Superman, and we should not do that.
I was throwing in my point for why I felt.
Oh, I know, but I felt the Batman Superman
I know, sorry. But no, there was no build-up. Steppenwolf was not a threat.
No, absolutely not. For me though, the editing is absolutely atrocious.
Yes,
there's scenes that just end for no reason. Like the biggest one that jumps to mind is Cyborg. There's this scene where spoilers for anyone who hasn't.
He's not much of a spoiler. They were fighting in the sewer.
Yeah, okay. They're fighting in like the tunnels underneath Gotham and Metropolis and all that. And at one point it starts filling with water. Aquaman gets there somehow. They never really quite state how he got in.
He had a cool entrance.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. That was the whole point of that scene.
Sense.
Yes.
And then, okay, so they're trying to get out of this thing that's rapidly...
How did he know they were there?
That's just a coincidence.
Anyway.
But that's not even the thing that bugged me. I mean, it did. Now you're saying it. Now I won't be able to not think about it, so it is going to bug me. But what I was thinking about that really drove me crazy was there is a scene in the film where they're trying to get out of this thing before it rapidly flows up. They're all hanging on to the Batmobile. They're trying to make it climb up the wall. And then Cyborg, whatever.
It was not the Batmobile. It was, what the fuck did he call
climber
it?
Thing.
It was like a spider.
Yeah, the spider mobile. It was dumb. I don't know. Anyway, at one point, Cyborg just realizes it's like, oh, I can fly, and then he fucks off on out of there, and then the next scene is that everything's fine. It's like, no, he ditched you. And then Flash says something like, did he just ditch? And then they don't ever address it again.
It's not that he realized he can fly. Whatever it was, out of nowhere, he's like, under the train. And then he flew away. Because apparently, out of nowhere, he realized where the mother box was being kept.
Is that what that was?
Yes, he realized where the mother box was being kept. That's what it was. Because remember, he came back and has the mother box.
I swear to God, I didn't even realize that's what that was for.
That's what it was. That's what he says, under the train.
Oh my God. And, okay, this is what we're talking about. The film is a hodgepodge of just random shit cut together.
Where did he realize that? Was he scanning for it? When did he have time to scan for it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was just... That whole scene, there was many scenes in this entire movie that doesn't make sense because something got cut out.
Exactly. And it's hard to judge the film because of that. Knowing what I knew about Batman and Superman now with the director's cut, like I said, it's still not a great film, but it's much
The director's cut is 10 times better.
Film that way.
But the one thing, when you said editing... You know how many scenes that were in the trailers that didn't show up in the movie?
Oh, a lot. And all of them almost with Cyborg.
Yes.
There's a shit ton of Cyborg that got cut.
Yeah, a lot of scenes got taken out from the trailers, which I don't know if that was planned to throw people off so they don't re-review too much or something.
No, what I had heard with the Cyborg stuff is that those scenes got really dark and they didn't fit the direction that they wanted to go.
Yeah, Warner Brothers didn't want to go dark again. Which, in all honesty...
Which is a smart choice, because even with the film cut up and all that, this will go to the pros point of the thing. The cast, when they let them interact with one another, they carry the film.
Yes, the chemistry in the cast, and you can tell they were enjoying having fun with each other. And that's the big thing that Marvel always had, was you can tell the actors get along.
Absolutely. The chemistry, This has actually, believe it or not, reasserted my hope that the DC universe can actually get good.
No, they're still all over the fucking place, like, Jesus Christ.
But the fact that the chemistry between all of them on screen works.
Yes.
That just means a decent writer and no studio messing around with it can make a good film.
Well, let's go back in cons. What the fuck was the point of the villain? Like, what was his purpose?
He wanted his mother. It was a little weird.
That was one of my biggest issues, was what was his purpose? Ultron hated mankind. He saw what mankind was and wanted to wipe them out.
Yeah, fine, simple. It's an easy enough one.
Loki, what was Loki's purpose again? Just power?
Well, Loki was just kind of a jealous dickhole.
Yeah.
He's basically was against, Thor getting his
Either way, every Marvel villain, they had a purpose. What was Steppenwolf's purpose? He was broke out of prison and...
wanted his mom.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
It was the
especially-
mother boxes, but
they never really, like, up until we hear the term mother boxes, if you're not a huge DC fan...
Look, DC just has mother issues, okay?
Yeah, oh my god, what if the mother box's name is Martha?
Dude, during the scene
That
was...
would've been
Okay,
hilarious.
spoiler alert. Actually, it's not much of a spoiler. We all know Superman returns, but...
What? Are you kidding me?
When he returns, he's not fully there, and when he was choking Batman, you know what I was waiting for? I wanted Batman to start yelling, Martha, Martha, or something.
That would have actually been hilarious.
That's what I was waiting for.
Just to redeem it. Martha? What? It worked once. I don't know.
But, no, I was waiting for that throughout the entire scene where he's choking Batman, but instead, they brought in Lois, but...
They made one of the dumbest lines in Batman Superman into a punchline in this one, and
Do
it made
you
me
bleed?
laugh. The "Do you bleed" thing. They had Superman do that, and then at one point he like drops Batman, and Batman's like, "Yep, something's definitely bleeding."
That made me laugh. I love that they gave Bruce a little more humor in this movie, but...
Absolutely. It's good that they gave him something to do.
Well, that's the thing, though. Batman was always... In every comic, Justice League, cartoon, whatever, Batman was always there with the bad ideas and the brooding. Everyone else was there trying to crack jokes and get him to smile, but he's just like, no.
Oh my god.
They
Is the Justice League just his babysitter? Is that what it breaks down to?
It really is, because this movie, again...
Batman's babysitter.
In this
Do
movie...
you think Alfred prays them by the hour? Or, like, how does that work?
Dude, Alfred is basically there to make sure Batman doesn't die.
Oh my god.
So is Robin, so is whatever, but... That's the thing, though. In this movie, they kind of got Batman correctly. He's there to have bad ideas. And then the Justice League fixes them.
Yeah.
He had a bad idea in this movie. They were there to clean up the mess.
Basically. Yeah, it seems to be how it works.
But, like... I don't know. It was just... It was poorly executed how fast everyone was like, we got to do this. We're gonna fight Superman. Really? Do you realize how strong Superman is, guys?
What bothered me is that whole fight scene was really forced. Like,
It was.
all of a sudden it was Cyborg's armor, or it was just like, oh, I have to shoot him now. It's like, wait, what? When? When did we establish that your armor just decides it needs to go murderbot on people?
That whole thing where he doesn't have control over his body kind of annoyed me.
It was only because it was never established. It
Yeah.
never freaking was established in the rest of the film. All of a sudden it was like, oh, I can't control it. I have to shoot Superman. It's like, okay.
I think they wanted a way to execute how the fight was going to start. They just, again...
But why? Why did there need to be a fight scene there? It was
Because-
fun. It led to a couple of fun, cool moments, but that was the most forced entrance to a fight scene.
I'm just saying, if I was
ever.
Superman, I would have been like, who the fuck are you guys?
Yeah, the only one he would have known is, like, Wonder Woman.
Barely. He only met her
Oh,
like...
that's right, yeah. Is she with you? Yeah, he had about that much time.
Okay, I'm going to go to the pros.
Okay, yeah, we should switch to the pros.
Wonder Woman. Just overall, fucking...
In general.
How is she the savior of the DC universe?
It just is.
I-
Whatever they're paying her, it's not enough.
I love her throughout the entire movie. Like, it's just... She's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, her character is the only one that's done perfectly well.
They added a lot of heart to it, but I will say this for the characters in general. Everyone I felt was a step up on this film. As far as actual character, like how they act and stuff.
I will still say Cyborg is probably still my least favorite.
Minus Cyborg, maybe.
They kind of got him right. Is just
They didn't give him anything.
Yes, he was nothing in that movie.
He was a MacGuffin, which is fine.
But
okay, they managed to make Aquaman likable and give him some funny ass.
I'm glad
lines.
they're going with this version, because this version of Aquaman is the version that needed to get shine. Because Aquaman had the worst transitions and time,
Oh God, yes.
and people just won't let it go. Like they won't let it go, and it will always bother me. Like,
Well, yeah, they always imagine the old, like, the what is it, the Justice Friends or whatever it was, where he's riding around on a seahorse and stuff.
which brings up one of my favorite running gags in the movie between Batman and Aquaman. He's like, "So I hear you can talk to fish."
Oh yeah, that was
And then
actually
later on in the
beautiful.
movie, Batman, the tensions were high, and Batman walks up to Aquaman. He's like, "Can you use our friends to track
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Steppenwolf, and Aquaman just looks at him. He's like, "What?
Don't talk to me."
Batman just looks like, "Do you talk to fish?" He's like, "I'm not the one that talks to the fish. It's the ties that connects them."
That was actually really funny.
It was a nice joke they threw in there. Like, they knew people were gonna make fun of it, and they threw it in there anyway. So,
and yeah, I think that's the right tone for them to go to, because there's a lot of things in this film that did not work storyline wise, but were saved by the characters' interactions with each other. And when they were funny, they were on point. It was really great.
yeah, like it was great overall. Like the chemistry in the cast was great. Like they loved working with each other, and you can clearly see it on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Another great scene was when they're in the ship and Aquaman's going about.
Oh,
like,
I love
we're
that
gonna
scene.
Die.
And he's giving this whole thing about how bleak and horrible everything is, and you find out it's because he's sitting on the damn lasso.
I just love everything he was saying about Wonder Woman, and next thing you know, you see Batman point at him and was like, and you see the lasso.
Oh, I like when Batman was getting really like snarky with Wonder Woman and all that. She mentioned something about Steve and all that. She like pushes him off him, and the Flash is like, if she kills you, we're gonna have her back, which is just hilarious.
Well, that's the thing. Batman always does that. He tries to bring the aggression out of people by picking the wrong fights. And one thing they explained in the movie, the reason he did that was he doesn't want to be the leader.
Oh, I know.
He wanted her to lead it.
I
so.
know, but I found that hysterical.
No.
Just the flashlight. If she kills you, we're gonna have her back on this.
I also love how they tease the relationship between Bruce and Diana.
Yeah, but that one always seemed forced to me too.
Well, that's the thing. People always wanted those two. Like, the fans always shipped. Oh God,
yeah.
I used that word. They always shipped Diana and Bruce.
They're gonna be disappointed because I don't think he's gonna stick around long enough to be in any of the other ones. He's got his own Batman film coming out, and it just seems like he wants out.
I don't think he wants out, but I think the politics of the studios that are going on is what's making him not have so much fun.
Yeah.
Which is, in all
It's
honesty,
too bad. Warner Brothers, behind the scenes, when it comes to their DC properties, really seems to fuck around.
It's being mishandled. And I think it's affecting the Batman role, really, because that movie went through so many rewrites already, and it's just over.
Oh yeah, they're kind of trashing the whole project, which is yeah.
But you can tell in Justice League they're planning it, because they threw in that one line where Batman's been around for 20 years.
Yeah, they're definitely planning his exit, because there is the line about getting too old for this, and he says something about I'm too old for it now or something.
And where that scene where he, after the Batman fight, you see him struggling just to take a shirt off. Which is
if they're looking to get rid of him, they're laying the groundwork for it really well.
It probably won't happen, but if they do write him out...
You want Terry, don't you?
I want Terry.
Absolutely.
I want Terry McGinnis.
That would be great. It's never gonna happen.
I know. And
they will never do that on screen. It's unfortunate, and I hope I'm wrong, because it's a great character. But you're never gonna see that on screen, and you're never gonna see Spider-Man 2099.
Quick
These
question.
are things that will never happen.
Quick question. Mm-hmm. Who would you cast?
As Terry?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Top of my head?
Like, just who you think would fit the role?
Top of my head, he's already in the Marvel Universe, but Sebastian Stan.
Luke Skywalker?
Right? Yes. Yeah, the guy who plays Bucky, I think, would have done a decent Terry.
I've always had the image of Joseph Gordon-Levitt for some reason. I mean, I don't think he...
You mean Robin?
That
really forced Robin?
That was extremely forced. But I always kind of had him pictured a little, but maybe he might be a little too old. He had to go a little younger, but I don't...
I don't see him having the physicality for it.
I guess, yeah, because he doesn't exactly do action films, really.
He's been in a few, but never as, the main...
Yeah, and never as the main... Wasn't he in Looper?
Yeah, but again, that was his whole point in that one is he held a gun and shot at people who popped up in front of him.
Yeah.
So not a super hard physical role. But
yeah, okay.
And then he was in Inception too, and he had a little bit of a fight scene in Inception, which was good. But
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
yeah.
But anyway, that's
offhand,
what I want. I will love to see the Terry McGinnis storyline, which, as you point out, might never happen because that will have to have WB have thought process.
And the thing is, it's kind of an obscure property. Unless you're like a true '90s kid, you don't know who Terry is.
Yes.
So
the comics kind of ruined him.
I have not read one.
Dude, they made him a clone of Bruce Wayne.
Oh, seriously?
Yes, Amanda Waller felt that for someone to take over the Batman mantle, I had to be the blood of Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Yeah, they kind of threw in the whole cloning thing. They grabbed DNA of Bruce, and
that is never a good way. Never go to the cloning aspect. That's how you get some of the worst.
I don't know if they recovered from that.
Ever.
I haven't been following it much, but
nope. That's when you scrap it and pretend it never happened.
The comics have kind of been ruining them. But I will always have the Batman Beyond TV series in my heart. So
there you go.
I grew up watching that.
Absolutely.
90s Batman will always be the best Batman.
Yeah, the animated stuff is always lost.
Oh yeah, Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah,
you know.
those were good. Those were good.
Anyway, so overall, Justice League.
Would I give it out of 10?
Yeah.
Probably a 6.8.
I see. I was going to go 7.5. If it wasn't for the editing and the lack of the villain.
It was definitely enjoyable. I would never not tell somebody to not see this film.
We never talk about the high point of the movie. We actually got Superman in the movie.
Right? Real Superman for a change.
Cracking jokes, there to save the day.
He wasn't brooding.
Seriously, the second he came in that movie, Steppenwolf was just not a threat.
Yeah, oh my god. And once he actually shows up into that fight, it's hilarious.
Dude, the whole thing where him and Flash are like competing over to saving people, you just look over, you see Superman holding the fucking building.
That was hilarious.
I thought it was just nice seeing Superman be Superman, and it was just
save people, smile for the camera, fly into space, that kind of thing.
If he without the horrible CGI mustache off thing, it was great.
Yeah, that was Superman. It did. It felt like the first time since the frickin' Superman Returns film that we had Superman on screen.
Underrated film.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But no, yeah, like it was great. You can tell Henry Cavill had loved cracking the jokes a little too. So
well, yeah, it was finally him not brooding for a change. It was that's the best version of Superman they've had in the DCU so far.
Yes, hopefully it sticks. I don't think there's another Superman film planned at the moment.
No, he only has one more contract appearance.
I hope they fix that, because Henry Cavill, he needs to redeem himself.
And I think he can. I think if they keep the spirit of what he's doing now, that's
because if they had to suddenly recast the Superman actor
if they
and
lose,
the Batman actor...
If they lose both at the same time, they're fucked.
It's done. Over with. DC, WB, you tried, give up.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Like, your guys have been mishandling your universe so poorly now. You're rushing it. Disney's been doing this since 2006?
When they started planning it, you mean? Or when the first film came out?
When Iron Man came out.
That was 2008. It was
2008. So, 10 years.
Yeah,
Jesus
they've been
Christ.
doing it for 10 years. 10 years,
and
17 films under their belt.
And this is how we're transitioning into our next topic. 10 years... And they've been finally leading up to this.
Infinity War! Yeah! I am pumped. I am so fucking
I will
pumped.
admit, when I watched that trailer, I was filled with emotions, and they basically, like, they even say basically in the beginning of the trailer, it started with an idea.
Exactly. It is like the perfect buildup of everything they've been doing to this point. They had a chance to showcase, I think, just about everybody, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone that was really left out except for Hawkeye, but...
Hawkeye redeemed himself because they play Hawkeye well. He's there. He's the father, basically.
No, but he wasn't in the trailer.
No, he was not, and
Neither was Samuel L. Jackson, now that I think about it.
He's in the movie, though. I know that one for sure. Because he's in Miss Marvel, so...
Yeah, that's after...
That's way after. I have a feeling she's gonna appear in Infinity
I hope
War.
she has a cameo. I this is a character I'm anxious to see done right.
Because we have what's next? We have
Black
Panther. I'm excited for that.
And then right to Infinity War.
Yeah, May 4th.
Holy shit, that is close.
Yeah, See, how many Marvel films do we have coming out next year? I want to say 3.
It's that, then Ant-Man and Wasp.
Is that next year?
Yeah. Yeah, they're almost done filming it now.
Huh. And DC only has Aquaman next year.
Is that official?
Yes. Next year. Fall.
And you know what? I will say, after seeing Justice League, I am excited for it.
Yeah, I'm hoping Black Manta's the villain. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
Yeah, back out Infinity War.
Infinity War, basically, like I said, 10 years in the making. And they started, technically, with Incredible Hulk. Or was Iron Man before Incredible Hulk?
It was Iron Man, then the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, and then we all know how well that went with Edward Norton. Anyway.
I still don't think that's a bad movie.
No, I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm just saying the shit that went down with Edward Norton.
Yeah.
And because of that movie, we'll never get another Hulk film.
It's not because of that movie. It's because there's still a rights issue with Universal Pictures, who still technically owns Hulk.
I heard Mark said that it was also because they don't know how to do a straight up Hulk film, basically.
No, what it cracks down to is, okay, weird rights issues. Technically, they have the right to use Hulk as much as they want in the Marvel properties if it's not his own solo film. However, if they want to use a solo film with Hulk, that still is technically owned by Universal Pictures.
Man.
Yeah, they need to get this shit straight.
They need to do that straight, and the Fox talks they need to get going.
That they are in talks.
I know. Apparently, they just started up again to get X-Men and.
If Disney buys out Fox, that is going to be a giant game changer.
I know. Apparently, Ryan.
I mean, that's their next 20 years of films settled out right there.
Dude, imagine an actual X-Men film, a good, solid X-Men. Look how well it worked. Yeah. Look how well it worked for Spider-Man. Now imagine that with X-Men.
Hell, in another freaking 20 years, we could be building up to an X-Men versus Avengers film.
Oh God, would I still be alive by then?
I would imagine so. Are you planning on
not
being?
World War III shit, you know.
Oh yeah, well there you go. North Korea. North Korea is gonna ruin all the fun movie talk.
Yeah, come on, Kim. I thought you liked movies.
Yeah, right. No, that was his dad. That was his dad who was kidnapping people.
Yeah.
Well, you're forgiven for not knowing. I mean, he's a short little dictator, just like his dad with a stupid haircut. They're interchangeable.
Man, we really went off topic on this.
That's all right. I don't think anyone minds us going off on Kim Jong-il a little bit.
Do you know they have their own version of Dragon Ball Z?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
In North Korea?
Apparently it's really bad.
I would imagine it is. What does that even look like? Is it just Kim Jong-il going Super Saiyan constantly?
I don't know, but I remember reading something about it.
Oh my God. I hope that never sees the light of day. Because, hot damn, that'd be a mess.
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be really bad.
But, oh yeah, so, yeah, Avengers Infinity War. I don't know what else to say about it. It's out, trailer's out there. It looks amazing. Thanos looks great. We didn't get a look at any of his henchmen in this one yet.
Dude, Captain America's rocking a beard.
Oh, right. That beard. That beard is the winner.
Get that man a shield.
That beard is the winner of the trailer. That beard wins the trailer. But, what else is there? In the TV side of things, which you are not caught up on at all.
Yeah, I am completely behind on that shit.
The CW Arrowverse aired a 4-part crossover.
Two-night event.
Was absolutely incredible. If you are watching those shows and are behind, I recommend just jumping into it. You don't need to know a whole bunch about it to actually get into it. There's little tidbits of information that you need, but they kind of go over it. It pretty much stands alone by itself. And that is the Justice League movie that should have been on screen. I'm telling you, it's nearly flawless. And that's from a CW TV show. It's fantastic.
See, that's the thing about DC TV, where when they had that story they've been building up for a while, and then when they finally do it, they execute it so well and everything. Like, going back to Smallville, when they had those big stories coming, they always did it so well. Oh, okay. Done with the budget they had back then, like those two.
I love Smallville. I will never mock Smallville, but there are times when that got paid for, man.
You're talking about season 8 fight.
I'm talking about Doomsday. In a season that I otherwise loved.
Dude.
That's probably my favorite season up until that last episode. That last 10
Out of
minutes.
curiosity, who did Doomsday better? Was it Batman versus Superman or was it Smallville?
Smallville. And it's a shame. Smallville did it better. Because look, say what you will about that one, but I will never consider that stupid fucking Ninja Turtle bullshit Doomsday. That was awful.
Oh, man.
I mean, see, what part of that looked like Doomsday at all?
DC needs to really do their CGI better.
But, like, on top of that...
coming from the guy who's supposedly king of CGI.
Right?
Or was that James Cameron?
Oh, James Cameron. Easy.
James Cameron? Okay. Zack Snyder's up there, though.
But my point is, if they had just opened a fucking comic book and come close, people would have been more forgiving of it. But it was just those little fucking...
Okay, we're going back to bashing Batman versus
God, we
Superman.
are! How did that happen? God, I hate that movie, apparently.
I'm average about it. I watched it. I like it. It's the other one I don't talk about.
Suicide Squad.
What?
And that one to me just doesn't exist. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just I forget it's a thing.
I can't get it out of my fucking memory.
I'm so sorry.
Like, it's just, it eats at me all the time. Someone at work triggered me hardcore because of that movie. Because he was talking about how he liked Joker in that movie, and I just went off.
Is he alive?
He's still alive, I think.
I don't know. I left him in a bloody heap. I assume he was breathing.
I blacked out.
Oh, God.
He hasn't been at work in a couple days.
Maybe he is dead. What happened?
I don't know.
It's like, I don't know, but I woke up in the woods with a shovel.
All I had was I woke up with a shovel and a piece of paper in my hand with writing on it. Why so serious?
That's horrifying.
I think I just created a horror film here.
I think you did. Shit, and that is a better origin story of the Joker than the Suicide Squad.
Yes, it is.
So, any of that works.
Anyway, I heard someone died in the crossover.
They did.
And
I will not spoil it.
I already know who it is.
Oh, well, then I will spoil it.
Because I heard that he wanted out. He's going on Broadway.
They killed off Professor Stein, and they did it just so well. Because it is out of left field. I knew he was leaving the show, and they gave him an out in the show, too, which would have worked. And I thought they were going to take that route. And so when they killed him, oh my God, so much so. I will admit that I almost shed a manly tear.
He was always one of my favorite characters. Stein was always great. He was kind of like the grandpa of the Arrowverse.
And it's done so well.
Or the Flash family, really.
Well, it's all the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
Because he was on a lot of different stuff here and there. So
was he ever on Arrow?
If you count the crossovers.
Yeah, that's the only time that I think they really interacted.
But they did such a good job with him because the main focus, I would say, the heart of the crossover was him and Jax, which worked out really well.
I heard the star of the crossover was basically Oliver, though.
He had a lot of scenes, but
he filmed
you know why that is, right? I mean, I don't want to know how much.
I already know about the wedding.
Okay, well, on top of the wedding scenes and all that, they're fighting their doppelgangers on Earth X. And the Earth X version of their new Hitler the Fuhrer was Oliver Queen. So
Jesus, reminded me of something. Go on.
But it was great. They had a lot of different cameos. It was cool to see the Tommy Merlin back in the thing a little bit too. So
Tommy came back.
Oh shit! There was a spoiler. Yeah,
Tommy came back.
He came in there. He had time. He filmed a scene. It was really cool. There was other ones who came back, but now I'm afraid to say them because I don't want to spoil.
Tommy came back.
Tommy came back. And then there was
my favorite.
There was Leonard Snart came back too, which was nice to see him.
Tommy came back though.
Oh my God! All right, he's really excited about this.
I'm sorry. I always wanted him to come back after season 1. He was always. People always joked online that the villain was going to be Tommy Merlin or something.
Well, you want to know the fun thing? They acknowledged that.
Oh yeah.
He was Earth X's Prometheus.
Oh, nice. See, that's
so
what
they
people
acknowledged that fan theory and had it run with it.
Because that's what people always thought Prometheus was originally going to be, was, Tommy
Which would have
Merle.
been awesome.
It would have been great, but no.
I still liked what they did last season.
He has his own other show going on. That's why he
he's,
can't commit.
Chicago PD?
Yeah, he plays a doctor. They joked about that in one of the crossover events.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Where you saw...
it was like an alternate reality thing, and they
where
joked
Queen
about
was talking to his father, and he's like, "Yeah, so how's he doing in Chicago? Oh, he's doing great. He just performed surgery." You know?
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was funny as hell. But overall, I have to tell you, that is what you should be watching. If you get a chance, it destroys Justice League. I mean, and it takes so many cues. Like, I watched this with my little brother, and he was saying the exact same thing I was. We were watching it, and we go, "Oh my god, they stole a shit ton from the Avengers," but like lovingly, in the best possible way, because it hits a lot of the things beat per beat.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, you look at the Avengers, they know how to build up a crew and everything. And DC, they're trying, but
they're succeeding. They
Flash
need to pull into their film universe the guys who are responsible for their TV side of it, because they get these characters.
Well, you heard one of the guys left DCU TV.
Oh yeah, Berlanti.
Something about
because he was sexually assaulting people.
Yeah.
I guess.
So I don't think he was a big part of the TV crew, though. So
well, he was a showrunner. I think,
but he wasn't the writer.
He's kind of he's a hands-off showrunner. Okay.
So hopefully they won't. Really...
It's not gonna affect the shows too much.
But when you were talking about doppelgangers, you kind of reminded me something that I saw online the other day. Stephen Amell ran into someone at some con little thing, and he took a picture with them talking about doppelgangers.
Who do you run into?
Justin Hartley.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So 2 Green Arrows.
That's
side by side.
Hysterical.
And the internet fucking blew up. Apparently, they're like, "Please tell me you're going to find a way to get him on the show."
I still think I really want one of the parallel Earths.
Alternate
At least it
Earths.
would have been awesome to mention Smallville's Earth.
I always wanted them to find a way to bring him in, playing a different version of Green Arrow in the alternate Earth.
I say still do it, but have him be Oliver Queen.
It can't be Earth 2 because they talked about how the father was Green Arrow in Earth 2. So,
but there's tons of Earths now. I mean, we have a council of Wells now from multiple different Earths, and that makes me laugh so hard.
I heard about that, and my first thought was, are they copying Council of Ricks from Rick and Morty?
But yeah, it's hysterical. They have one of them who's from like a dystopian future who's talked about it's like, we had a Cisco on my planet. He was delicious. It's just hilarious.
I love the stuff with Cisco. Cisco will always be my favorite person from Flash.
They've done such a good job with everything across the board on their DC TV stuff. They've been amazing.
I've been so afraid to get back into it because I was afraid that Flash was going to suffer from season 4 syndrome, where
where it takes itself way too seriously.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case.
And then I was afraid with the whole, now that Oliver has his son, I was afraid it was going to become really cringeworthy or something.
Actually, that hasn't been bad, and that was my big concern too. It was
that was my concern.
It was like, oh shit, they gave him a kid. But how long before they find a creative way to write off the kid as he goes to live at grandma's house and is gone forever?
I've been seeing some clips and everything, but it makes me seem like I should be watching Arrow because apparently they are doing a little storyline that Legends of Tomorrow teased.
It looks like they are. They brought in Slade and his son now.
Yeah, because I remember in that one season of Legends of Tomorrow, it was the first season actually, where they went to the future and Slade's son was rampaging as Deathstroke.
It's definitely what they're saying.
Now all Oliver needs to do is lose his arm, and
I would wonder how much they're actually going to do with that.
I don't know. Flash fucked with the timeline too many times, so who knows?
Basically. But yeah. I can't recommend that enough. On the TV side of things, too, I'll tell you what, I have not been keeping up with Gotham. I should. I've heard it's really good.
They're bringing Jerome back.
Well, all right, I'll check that out again.
That seems to be the big thing. They're recasting Ivy again.
Yeah, I heard that.
Can't think of any. Solomon Grundy's still around.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
And Titans is just posted their first picture of the guy they cast as Robin.
Oh, I think I saw that. Here's my gripe about that. I've seen the cast list. Do they seem all too old to be teens?
You know,
Like, I looked at the Teen Titans and I'm like, those are adults. Those are full blown, like,
like,
they're not teens at all. You know what is a good show about teenage superheroes right now that you should be watching? Hulu's The Runaways. They have been killing it. It's amazing.
I've heard mixed things about that. Like, see, that's Robin.
Oh, they actually have a... Oh, okay. He's better in character. I saw him out of costume.
Okay, this is going to be Smallville Season 1 where they're supposed to be playing high school students, but clearly Clark is, like, way too old or and big.
That bugged the hell out of me.
I'm sorry, I could not take Clark seriously as a high school student.
It's like, hi, I'm a freshman in high school and I'm 45.
I'm a freshman. I mean, I'm a freshman.
Exactly.
Did they go through all 4 years of high school?
They did.
I don't remember much of season 1.
They graduated in season 4.
Oh my god! See,
Yeah, that was like...
I usually skip the first couple seasons when I binge watch that show, and I get to where Lois comes in, because
Okay,
Eric
that's
endurance.
4. I will probably usually skip season 1.
Season 1 is the most cringeworthy season of that show.
There's so much
the whole.
of it that's
Then
just-
again, just anything with Lana really is cringeworthy.
I didn't like really anything to do with the cave because they made that stupid cave.
Oh my
so
god!
goddamn important.
The whole season is him trying to get the cave, and they're understanding the
Yeah.
cave, and it's a cave, poorly hidden, might I add,
Yeah,
too.
oh my God.
Like, how was that never discovered?
Not only is it poorly hidden, there's the fucking table that fits that fucking key thing in there.
That door
It's
was
like,
always open.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ.
That door was always open.
Yeah, it was painful.
And how often can you play mind tricks with Lex Luthor? I wasn't in that cave. I saw you. I wasn't in that cave. Okay,
Yeah,
you weren't in the cave.
That works for me.
The next episode, I think he was in that cave.
The one thing that always irks me off, like, all right, we'll wrap up here. We're gonna talk one little bit about Smallville.
Smallville was one of the biggest DC TV series. That's it's hard
around
not
10
to talk
years.
about
Yeah,
it.
around 10 years. So
And Tom Welling back in DC TV, so
yeah,
I heard he's been doing pretty well too in
That's what I've
Lucifer.
heard as well. I haven't actually had a
I
chance
need
to
to
watch
watch
it.
that show. Yeah.
but the one thing that always irked me off is, did Clark ever seem like the bad guy to you in that?
Dude,
I mean, at least in the earlier seasons, like Lex had a right to know
they
some of
actually
this
mentioned
shit.
this in the TV series. If Clark would have been outright honest with Lex would have never become obsessed, would have never done all those experiments and everything.
Like, he drove him to it,
Yeah.
man. Like, he done fucked up.
It's been mentioned multiple times in the series if Clark would have just been honest. But no, like
it should have been season 1. Yeah, you hit me with the car. It actually did suck. So, I mean, seriously. Once the whole thing gets like out in the open with the meteor freaks and all that, and it's just like out there, and people are cool with it, because there was some of them where it's just like, yeah, it's Smallville and shit's weird. He could have just been like, yeah, you hit me with a car. It was a thing. Apparently, it's well-known knowledge around here now, so fuck it.
yeah, Smallville had a lot of issues sometimes. So.
Like, always bugged me.
Love the show, but
Oh yeah, it was a great show, but the thing is, without Smallville, we wouldn't have any of the other new ones.
no, if it wasn't
This
for
laid the groundwork.
if it wasn't for Smallville, Arrow would have never become a thing.
So, oh yeah. So you always got to be grateful for it, and it is fun to rewatch, even corny moments and all.
Oh yeah, even Lana.
They smell the fart acting so hard on that show. Where there'll be something intense happening, and they'll just kind of stare off slightly, looking up and to the right of the camera, as they're just kind of pensive about what they're thinking about.
Yeah, but after a certain amount of seasons, they got past that shit.
Did
and
they?
I always like to say when Justin Hartley became a regular onto the show, that's when the show.
Oh, it
kicked
really
up.
did take off.
Like he was the reason I continue watching that show because I loved Green Arrow.
Yeah, it would have, if they didn't do something like that, they would have probably fallen off.
Even though the show suffered from terrible costume designs, but
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
so yeah.
All right, we're
Anyway,
at the 43-minute mark, so we're gonna call this thing.
we
ranted. We ranted and raved.
we only trashed Batman vs Superman maybe 2 times.
Yeah, it probably only takes up maybe a grand total of 3 minutes of runtime, so it's all good. We did pretty good. I think,
yeah.
I think bashing Batman
Justice-
Superman to this degree, this is the smallest we've ever done in any other podcast. It's
Justice-
starting to wear off.
Justice League, solid film. Marvel Infinity War, fucking excited.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just,
It all works.
yeah.
Bye.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.